Good people, what it do? It's another episode. Monarchs of Wrestling. We're a little bit later tonight. We got the intro replaying in the background. Things is a little wild today, but guess what? It's all good. You know why it's all good? Because we here, we in the building, and we good. So, your boy Cool McCain. I am joined by the other half of the monarchy, the blue hat today, wearing Mr. Playmaker. Playmaker, what up, my guy?
This guy over here. This guy over here. This guy. That
Pointing
guy.
the wrong
That
way,
guy.
sir. Pointing the wrong
No,
way.
I'm not.
You are. Look at the camera.
I am looking at the camera.
Okay. You
You
must have
remember,
your.
you're always on the screen. You're always to the left. I'm to the right. So yes, that
But
way.
if I do
That
this,
way.
I'm pointing away from you. I have to do.
You pointing away from me. I'm pointing towards you. That guy over there. And for some reason, I can't stream 2D Playmakers Bar channel. I don't know why, but hey, it is what it is. Somehow, some reason, it doesn't share screen to your profile.
Damien says, "What's up?" Damien says, "Vengeance Day was like watching an episode of Roots. Laugh out loud."
Watch it.
Yolanda says about dang on time.
Yeah, because I was getting it from her. I'm like, it'll be one. They're like,
Yeah, it's coming. It's cooking. But good people.
that man, this man over here, that man would have to be dying for him not to show up on the Monday.
This is pretty accurate. As a matter of fact, it's pretty accurate. So let's get some TNA Impact results here for the week. Let y'all know what was going on TNA Impact. Okay, so
You got the clip notes ready?
we know that yes, sir. We know that Joe Hendry had a TNA World Heavyweight Championship match against Jake something. I think we all understand that Jake something lost this match to Joe Hendry. If we don't understand that, we gotta do better, y'all. We just gotta do better. After this match, Ryan Nemeth came out to confront Joe Hendry. Jake something put hands on Ryan. Nick came out with a super kick. Nick also inadvertently super kicked Santino Marella. So I'm sure there'll be some consequences and repercussions for that. Yes. So Santino got a super kick. In April, we're going to have TNA Unbreakable. That'll be the next live event or premium live event or pay-per-view, whatever they're calling it these days, TNA. So Nick apologized to Santino. Nick got suspended for 4 weeks without pay. Not much, in my opinion.
Oh, man, really? That's going to suspend it for a month. Okay.
Ash and Heather by Elegance had a match against the King Bees, Charity King and Danny B. They won. The Elegance ladies won.
They ain't win no gold, so.
Nah, it's just a match.
Exactly.
Yeah. The Hardys and Leon Slater are now cool. So I guess he's their new protege. Mustafa Ali had a town hall meeting. So
a town hall meeting,
the genius that is Mustafa Ali, right? Mustafa Ali has declared himself the new leader of TNA. Right? He went out and got the good hands, and now he has them calling themselves the great hands, and they are his security. He also went out and got Tasha Steeles is going to be his secretary. So he's got him a little faction now. And it's actually a great thing. But they tried to do a little locker room thing, and he reminded, and nobody would say anything. Then finally, Tommy Dreamer reminded him that Mike Santana was the leader of TNA, locker room leader or whatever. That turned into a whole thing. Just the way that he was able to put we're gonna call it the cabinet together. We're gonna go JBL until it comes official name.
Not cat.
The way
What are we running? What are we running for office now?
Well, that's his gimmick.
Okay.
Yeah, so put his cabinet together. What was interesting, if you got a chance to see it,
and he's approved this message.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Cora Jade and Zaya Brookside had a match. Cora Jade won. More of the interpromotional thing going
on. Somebody actually won on a different show for once.
Yep.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So Santino also demands that Tessa Blanchard competes in a match next week, or there will be consequences for her if she does not participate next week.
You can't say you run the division and you don't compete.
Pretty much. Wesley and his two boys came out and Wesley gave what I call the undertakings, which is basically a sabbat kick to the groin. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, to the Rascals. AJ Francis and KC Wrestles, the First Class. They had a little, promo. Knockout World Championship match. Masha Slamovich and Savannah Evans win at it. Of course, we know Masha Slamovich won. Is the one who beat Jordan Grace. Last match ever for TNA, for now at least. Eric Young, Josh Alexander. And Eric Young has the North now. Well, the Northern Army, excuse me. The North was the tag team Josh Alexander had with Ethan Page. But the Northern Army, Eric Young is now the leader of the Northern Army. So he beat Josh Alexander's last match, but when it's 3-on-1, it's normally what happens. He basically drilled Alexander with a match when the ref didn't see it, and then hit him with a spike pile driver to win the match. So Josh Alexander, he loses his very last match on TNA Impact, and the Northern Army just left him laying in the ring after they beat him up. And that was it for the show. Really crazy. Really crazy.
What a shame.
But interesting episode of TNA. TNA is actually employing a few things, at least, you can say, because the thing that's always been my beef is when you're not doing anything. So as everyone who watches is well aware, got a little bit of a late start today, so we're going to slide directly into AEW. We had two things happen with AEW, right? We had Dynamite, and then we also had
man, I don't think important to talk about is the Grand Slam. That's it.
Well, there was one important thing that happened on Dynamite that we have to talk about, and that was we hurt people. The Hurt business, the Hurt Syndicate, got them a nice win over the returning Gun Boys, the Guns. Dominant fashion, no cheating was necessary. It made things happen. And also on Dynamite, AEW did a really great job of setting up some things for the future. There's going to be a big beef between Hangman Page, who apparently is a quasi good guy now, and everyone's favorite dung beetle, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. That was there was a trios match, of course. This is actually AEW, not the Ring of Honor this time. Trios match, and of course, the bad guys kept their titles. And at the next pay-per-view, we're going to get Adam Copeland, Cope, and John Moxley, because they stole the championship, and the only way they would give it back is if they did that. So we had that happen. So, in a nutshell, that was Dynamite. So not the not the most exciting Dynamite, but what I will say is, as I've been saying for the last few weeks, they're doing a good job of actually building up storylines and not just foolishness. So that's a great win. So, you take the wins where you can get them. You roll with the punches and you do what you got to do. But AEW definitely on the come up. It's something that I can watch now and feel good about. Whereas there was a time where I was like, so it got better. All right, so we'll go in order on how you saw the matches if you watched Grand Slam Australia. So Grand Slam Australia was quote unquote a premium event,
Yeezys.
but it can't be considered a pay-per-view because it was on regular TV. So it was like a top-notch collision. And it came on after NBA All-Star Saturday Night, so a lot of people may not have seen it. But
it came on after? You say it came on?
It came on after NBA All-Star Saturday Night on TNT and on Max.
I see.
I was questioning why not go ahead and do it the regular time on Max, and then just had a replay on TNT. But hey, I'm not the one that's dancing in the power tornadoes.
I see white smoke. I see white smoke.
Oh, it was everywhere. Tornadoes.
Hey,
powder.
Tony, if you would have put it at the same time, maybe you're really
honestly,
you were probably stuck a nail in the NBA because
I probably would have watched it instead of watching the NBA stuff because
my timeline was flooded with negativity towards the NBA. Now, Tony, if you would have said, "Oh, let's go against
my
the
heart
NBA
is flooded with negativity towards the NBA,"
I probably had a timeline full of, Grand Slam is this, Grand Slam is that.
Yeah, probably would have got some more watches just because of how in the last 4 or 5 years we've had the quote unquote downward spiral of the NBA. So, stars won't compete in the dunk contest. So we're getting guys that don't even play in the NBA winning.
You missed a golden opportunity, Tony. You missed a golden opportunity.
But probably within the TNT contract, because all those are TNT events, he probably couldn't.
That is a very, very fair point.
Because he was probably in the powder tornado when he was reading the contract too. But we'll start off with a match between the Bruv, Will Ospreay, and Kenny Omega, who are now friends.
But we must also realize they was in Australia, so that does hurt as well too. That's a big time difference.
And then Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita. So of course, great match. It was an A+ match. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay can fight 2 broomsticks and have a great match. So, Kyle Fletcher's actually pretty good in reading Takeshita too. So 4 guys who can really go and make each other look well. And Ospreay and Omega won. We'll just leave that there. All right, we had Harley Cameron challenging Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné told her that she was not ready, and Mercedes Moné proved to her she wasn't ready. It was a solid match. It was a decent match, right? Like, I wouldn't go and say, oh, it was a match of the night, but Harley Cameron is someone that's improving. So it's hard to have a great match with an improving wrestler unless you are just that chick. And Monet goes around. She's got 4 belts. She had all 4 of her belts. And I love the belt collector female gimmick with her only having the TBS title from AEW. because it does allow for her to kind of do her thing, but not oversaturate AEW with trying to have both of the women's championships there. All right. Next we have the Death Riders, and that was John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, two of the three people that we take serious from there, with the other one being the Bastard Pac. Obviously, Will Yuta, he's there, but we still ain't really taking him serious. I don't know what else he could do, but we just don't take him serious. The Death Riders won the match, of course, outside interference from Yuta and Marina Shafir. I can't ever remember her name. But they did win the match. Adam Cope got choked out, and then they started beating him after the match. They already had kind of taken the Switchblade out of the situation for a few minutes. But not a great match, but not a horrible match, like a really solid match. But it did have some storytelling elements in it. It's a building story, not just, oh, we're going to take four really good guys and we're going to put two on one side and two on the other side. You guys are going to fight. They actually did tell a story with it. So progress.
I'm going to ask a question that hopefully Tony Khan can ponder within his tornado powders.
Mm-hmm.
Why we never seen Marina Shafir in a match?
Definitely needs to happen. I think the problem is where do you
full disclosure, it really doesn't look like having a female muscle, and we never seen her wrestle. Just don't look right.
It doesn't. So really good match, but Matthews lost to Okada. Hit him with the Rainmaker.
Oh, buddy. Well, you was home, so I guess that's.
I think Buddy. There are some reports that Buddy got injured during the match, and they may have changed the who won because of that. I'm not saying that's for sure what happened, just saying maybe that's what happened. He did honor his wife, Emo Cakes herself, in the match with his gear. All right, so I mean, for me, the match of the night,
the main event. It was the main event. The one thing Tony Khan didn't screw up.
Yes.
Now I would say I didn't like. I not really don't like the finishing of the match per se. I don't know how you feel about the finishing. I really,
So So Tony Storm won with a roll up. They both hit their finishers, and they both tried to pin each other, but it didn't work. Then Storm got a roll up and got a win. What I like about it, well, first of all, Tony Storm and all those cakes was in the match, and Mariah made her baby cupcakes. Crazy.
Forget the obvious. All right, we know the obvious.
Yeah, crazy cases in the match, but the story was good too. They've been building this up. This is the best story they've had in AEW in a long time. And the main event,
the finishing was kind of off to me. I'm like,
well, what it does is it sets them up as equals. Because the whole purpose of this whole thing, right? If I'm Tony Khan and I have any moments where I may not be powdered up and powdered out, if I have any of those moments, I'm thinking to myself, Mariah May needs to come out of this also looking like a star. Right? And how do you do that? She loses, but it's not like a convincing loss. Tony Storm needed to win. How does she win? She got to win. It's a clean win, but it's like you just got a quick roll up, right? You didn't dominate the match. You didn't like put on a finisher, put on a regal stretch or anything. you had to have it be the roll up, like the desperation win.
It wasn't decisive.
So, right, but that's the whole point. It's not supposed to be. That sets up now. Storm's the champion again. Now, at some point down the line, Mariah May will probably take a couple of weeks off. We're gonna get a rubber match.
I said it kind of differently. You could have had Toni Storm win the normal way, because when Mariah May won, she pretty much tried to end Toni Storm. And then she went on this run. It was like something like you could have had a regular good finish.
The monkey poo out of her in the third match.
Hey, you know.
I mean, you technically you could have, but we know how they do.
It was like, because you already said Mariah May won the first one. You had Toni Storm win the second one in a similar fashion. All right, 1-1. We already know. Let's set it up for the third.
Yeah, but you know they want to keep Mariah May looking strong, because you got to keep in mind, before this whole angle started, she was a nobody. So it kind of makes sense to have her lose, but not lose definitively yet, because you're still keeping some of that star power with her. You're still keeping some of that, a little bit of that aura. Whereas
are you saying
have her lose clean and be dominantly beat, there's really no need for a third match.
Are you saying that there are those out there that don't believe Mariah May after what she did to Toni Storm? And the only person that was able to do that to Toni Storm?
Yes. Yes, I am, because that's the only person she's done anything to. Besides this turn on Toni Storm, what was Mariah May before that? She wasn't a featured major part of AEW.
I ain't talking about after she did what she did.
Right, but a lot of people aren't going to buy, okay, you got over on Toni. That's the lady that kind of brought you up, and you knew how to beat her, you beat her. But you haven't dominated anybody else since you've been champion, right? Like, you won some matches, but I can't recall a Mariah May match where you just say Mariah May went out there and just whooped that trick and dominated.
Well, it's kind of hard when you got her away from Bent Breaker and Mercedes Moné and all the top names on that side.
Agreed. So that's why you protect her in a loss, so that you can have the third match and make it an important match. If she goes out there and gets dogged by Toni Storm in the second match, we don't need a third match. Mariah May's back to TBS title area. She's no longer world champion. Same material. So I thought that made sense.
But we like a good knockdown and work your way back up type of story.
Not for a heel. A heel don't want that. Toni Storm had that story. That's what had the story. Miss Timeless. All right. So a couple more comments here, and then we'll flip it to WWE. I want to shout out Real Wise Radio. What's going on, good people, over on Real Wise Radio? I also want to shout out 502 Angel Radio, and everybody watching on Shady Sports, everybody watching on Play Callers, and you know what I'm saying, everybody watching on Twitter, LinkedIn, everywhere. Let's get it. All right, so hit these comments here. So Daniel, TNA going to struggle hard without Josh Alexander and Jordan Grace. Well, they've got the racist lady, so there's that. Damien says TNA is turning into Saturday Night Live. In a way, it is.
Hey, Saturday Night Live does celebrate 50. That means they've been very successful, okay?
Yeah, but we don't want that for a wrestling company. Damien says, question, is it me or is this money puppet BS so annoying than Lily? More annoying than Lily.
To be quite honest, I don't even know why you put Lily in the technical. We didn't even pay attention to Lily ever since Alexis Bliss got back. We haven't paid attention to her.
No, Lily just kind of sitting there waiting to start getting Alexa's ear here in a couple of weeks. Damien says NBA All-Star sucks, so AW would have had a bigger rating than what they're getting week to week. I mean, but you couldn't put it on TNT, so it would have to been on just Max.
Yeah, you couldn't put it on TBS either, because there's
Yeah, because TNT's not gonna let you put it on TBS up against the All Star stuff.
Which, yeah, okay, but yeah.
Damien also says Wimby and CP3 killed the All Stars literally. No comment.
I'll wait till tomorrow.
Damien says same reason why WWE never put Elektra Lopez in a match.
We don't even know why they put Alexa up. We don't even know why they didn't put her in a match. Actually, no, they did put her in a match. They put her in a match for the United States tournament. Was that United States tournament when
whichever
she was in that
one it was, whichever one it was. Yeah, they did put her in there. But she hasn't really wrestled a lot. She just had this random appearance. Like she's not someone that's been in matches consistently. So I follow what Damien's saying on that one. In his defense, maybe his wording.
At least she did get in the ring on Marina Shafir. She's been in AEW how long?
And jump on men's back.
She never was in an official match. At least Alexa Lopez was a part of it.
Oh, she about to have a match with your girl. What is her name? The pretty big girl. Chris Statlander's home girl. I can't think of her name, bro.
That man said the pretty big girl. I'm like, girl.
You know what I'm talking about.
How many of those going around to my Willow Nightingale?
Yes.
Pretty big girl. Like, that's supposed to help me identify you talking about.
But I'm saying in AEW, there's only one pretty big girl, and that's Willow Nightingale.
Hey, when was the last time I heard of Willow Nightingale?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why her name, you know what I'm saying? She ain't been around, but she's back now. Jeez. And she got jumped by Marina Shafir, so maybe that's gonna start a little something between them where we actually see Shafir in the match. But you knew what I was talking about when I said a pretty big girl, did you not?
No.
Did you not?
No, I did.
You
not.
Did. You said the name.
I had help. I had help. I don't think you saw it yet, but I had help.
I ain't see it yet, but yeah. Yes, it has been the best storyline in AEW. Absolutely. Damien, I saw a video of Buddy getting injured doing his entrance. It looked like he twisted his ankle when he was coming down the ropes. Maybe. I know I heard something about it, but I haven't had a chance to really look at it. It's been a busy day today. Yolanda says, love the Timeless act so much. Damien says, it would have been better if Mariah May mom interfered in the match, helping Tony win the match, getting payback after the slap. That could happen in the third match. Yolanda says, Willow, yep. Thank you, Yolanda. Daniel Berry Sports in the building with the yo. What up, DB Sports? Jeez. But yeah, you know,
this guy here.
Ain't nobody perfect around these parts. But Willow do got some cakes though. Let's not acknowledge Willow's cakes too.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of cakes. We're not gonna get into too much cakes tonight because we gotta be a little condensed because we late start. So tonight, commercial free, we get the time back because Playmaker gonna need some time because we got all this WWE stuff going on, and my man needs some time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, have you started filling out your WrestleMania card yet? Because it is official. And yes, I stole that from Adam Pearce. Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight title at Vegas.
Yep, that's official, like a whistle.
Now, full disclosure, I wanted him to go a little bloodline Jay when he made that announcement. But it is what it is. With that. I don't know how my co-hosts feel about it, but I wish the announcement was a little more bloodline-ish, to be honest. But it is what it is. Surprise of the week. Damage Control beat Liv Morgan with Raquel Rodriguez.
Well, surprise number one of the week. Well, we'll say Raw surprise of the week. We got a different Smackdown surprise of the week involving two of those same people.
That was a surprise. I was like, oh my gosh, they actually won.
It was a surprise that they won like that. I mean, honestly, I'm sitting there like they could win because anything can happen, but we didn't think they was gonna
The way that they been treating Lil Morgan, you ain't expect her to lose.
Yeah, true.
All right. For my co-host, Belly Cakes has made her way into the Elimination Chamber match, beating the person who beat her for the Intercontinental Championship, Lyra Valkyria. Lyra gets the title, Bailey gets the chamber.
It all works out in the end. After the wash.
So we got to see Dirty Dumb Nut on Monday. All because he wanted to talk to AJ Styles.
All I want to say, they don't want none. Nope. They don't want none. They're looking scared, dog. They don't really want none. Thank you for allowing me to hear that, not that other crap that you tried to give him for music.
Can we bring Sheamus' old music back then? So we're going to get AJ Styles his music back? Which I'm not complaining about one bit. Let's go ahead and give Sheamus his music back.
Too many nights. He might not be able to have that. They might offend some people now.
So the Creed brothers found out they couldn't beat the War Raiders, so they decided to use title belts and get disqualified.
Yes, they did.
Sound like you sound a little disappointed in that one.
I am. I think the Creed brothers are a really good tag team. I think American made not the best name, but we've heard a lot worse. PFC, for instance, who can't be anymore because one of the members is one of the releases now. But digression. I think those guys should be Raw Tag Team Champions. Honestly, they should be. It didn't have to be that night, but just the way they went about their loss is kind of like that's where we're going. That's what we're doing with what used to be considered a serious tag team. Like, what are we doing? Hunter. Can't put this on Road Dogg because this is on Smack. This is not on SmackDown. It's on Raw.
And then we have the non-surprising moment of the night, probably of the week. Logan Paul first interrupted CM Punk, by the way.
Yes, he did.
Secondly, the not surprising moment, he beat Rey Mysterio to get into the chamber.
Your boys told you that was going to happen. And we're not happy that we're right, but we were right.
Definitely not happy, but then Logan Paul's in the chamber with CM Punk, John Cena, and Drew McIntyre. You have 2 spots remaining. And that was your Monday Night Raw.
That pretty much was Monday Night Raw. Yeah.
And as we move over to SmackDown, everybody knows that Jey Uso made his pick, so Cody Rhodes opened up the show to, put the spotlight on the WWE Championship, because that's the only title that doesn't have a match at WrestleMania.
More than one royal family.
Drew McIntyre comes out. They had this little conversation. Then Jacob Fatu comes out. Jacob Fatu is over. That man's supposed to be a bad guy, but he's over.
I wish they could give him Solo's music, yo. I really do. Because he would kill with that music.
Speaking of which, why Jacob and Cody Rhodes was having a banter back and forth, somebody was pulling up. Who was that pulling up? Solo was pulling up.
With the all white.
Jacob said, no. If anybody getting the first word, I am. Cody Rhodes said, well, that's okay. Because I'm damn sure getting the last. Is it kind of like the foreshadowing that they did?
I also like the I love you, Jacob.
Well, yeah. Well, of course, the mission stays the same, but the pieces have been moved differently now.
Yes, sir.
The mission is still to get the title off Cody Rhodes and put it back into the Iron family, but now it's up to Jacob to do it. We'll see what he does.
And Jacob made that very clear. Very, very clear.
Naomi qualified for the Elimination Chamber, beating the United States champion, Chelsea Green.
Thank you for not letting her get that match.
But Naomi did give you a treat. She gave you a wedgie cheek for Chelsea Green.
She did. Thank you, Naomi. I appreciate chocolate triple layer.
But here is the interesting part I want y'all to know. The previous week, Bianca Belair also qualified for the chamber. The tag team champions are in the Elimination Chamber. Why am I bringing that up? Remember, there's somebody that's set to return at some point in time during this road at WrestleMania. So after Motor City Machine Gun defeated Lost Gaza, we had Nick Aldis in the back, came out with a footage. The day of the attack of Jade Cargill. You get to see when Bianca Belair runs up, when they put Jade in the ambulance, Bailey and Naomi is right there. But way out in the far distance to the left, you see Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez walking away.
Who we got?
Now,
Anonymous.
Before y'all jump to conclusions, I'm going to go ahead and just let y'all know. This is not what y'all think it is. It's not what y'all think it is. I'm going to tell you what they're doing. They are setting up Jade's return. And in setting up Jade's return, I'm going to tell you who your next women's tag team champion is going to be. It's going to be Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. You heard it from my mouth right here.
I agree. I would agree with that 1,000%. There's no other tag team that could do it and people would still care.
So you're going to mess around. You're going to have the tag team champions confront Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, but it's going to turn into a title match, and they're going to lose the titles. And this is going to happen before WrestleMania. Which sets up somebody to face Jade Cargill at WrestleMania.
Whoever her attacker is.
And honestly, we are still in the camp that Bianca Belair would not be turning heel.
And we're also in the camp that it's one of those two. If you listened on that segment, you now know it's one of those two. What was they talking about? And they said it was everybody been pointing the finger at us, trying to act like we did it. And Naomi's like, but she would never like, yeah.
Naomi talking about she getting her lawyer.
Yeah. So if you just pay attention, if you listen, like you got some good segments, but if you pay attention to what they saying, it's a lot of stuff you can hear subliminally.
To all my people, you can't take everything at face value. You gotta look within between.
You gotta do like they said on The Princess and the Frog. You gotta dig a little deeper. Yes, I did make a Princess and the Frog reference, sir.
Hey, it works because you just gotta know. They setting it up. Everybody wants Bianca to turn heel. I get you, but Bianca Belair is just the John Cena of the female division.
The little girls love this woman. She can.
White, black, Hispanic, it don't matter. They all come with the ponytail. They come with the ponytail.
Against the Wild.
I'm like, yeah, Bianca Belair is really over.
Yeah.
They don't talk about it as much.
And she had it for a minute. Even when you don't focus on it, she's still over.
When like, that's a little white girl with a Bianca Belair braid.
Holy crap. Asian girl.
The Asian, like, and it really hit you, but like, holy crap, she's really over than she's really over than most people really actually think right now.
Mm-hmm. You see her spinning around that little long ponytail, you just laughing.
So until Now, Triple H could surprise us. He has been known to surprise us because he is the game for a reason.
The cerebral assassin.
He could pull that trigger. But at this moment in time, I don't believe he's pulling that trigger.
I don't either. I'm 1,000% with you, big dog.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of surprises, Triple H did get his receipt back on The Undertaker. How did he do that? Well, The Undertaker and Michelle McCool was going to get up talking to Matt Berry. You heard the game's music. I'm like, the hell? Is Triple H there? No, Triple H popped up on the screen. And surprisingly, joining said Triple H in the 2025 class WWE Hall of Fame, it is the one, the only Michelle McCool.
She tried to get her and Layla in together as Lay Cool, but I knew that wouldn't happen.
But Triple H got his payback on The Undertaker.
Because The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels decided Triple H was going to be in the Hall of Fame. Because you can't put yourself in the Hall of Fame.
And the only thing Triple H was thinking about putting himself in the Hall of Fame. To be
So he got on that because they decided he was going to be in the Hall of Fame. But he had a little announcement of his own, which I think is cool. Like, I think it's cool. I like Triple H in this class by itself because he's in with DX. You know what I'm saying? But I like him being in by himself too, because outside of any group affiliation, I feel like if you take away any group affiliation, just Triple H by itself, even without Evolution, I think he's done enough to be in that Hall of Fame conversation.
But yeah,
some other people to be getting in.
So yeah, ESPN was part of breaking news in the world of professional wrestling. Who had that on a bingo card?
Not mine. It's not on my card.
All right. So we had Shinsuke. Darth Shinsuke Nakamura.
The Fate Ninja.
Talking about how he has not seen a worthy challenge yet.
Open your eyes.
And plus, you know the only reason why he's saying it because it's WrestleMania season. LA Knight comes out. Wait a minute. Last time we was in the ring, I had you beat, but the Samoan dummies decided to interfere in the match, and I lose out on my opportunity. Miz comes out. Miz still got it. I'll give him that. He still got it.
They should have gave him a "You Still Got It" chant.
He still got it on the mic. He still got it.
He does. I agree.
But LA Knight did get him too. So
LA Knight never lost it.
LA Knight still got him on there though. But Miz still got it.
Yeah.
They had a match. And you know who won. You know who won. That's the man with 2 letters and a name. L.A. Knight. Cole Johnson, you are very cool for that. But I agree with you though.
So this is late because my stuff was stuck. But could you say who won again, sir?
With everybody said L.A. Knight. Now,
thank you, sir.
Now, your boy, he's on the two match win streak now. Those who don't know what I'm talking about, Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, not him right now. Maybe he's up. Maybe he's up.
Like I said, he got to earn that him back.
Yeah, maybe he's up right now.
he won 2 matches now. He beat Cesaro the previous week, then he beat R-Truth on Friday. I was like, if he lose to R-Truth, boy,
bruh, if he lost to,
if he would have lost to R-Truth, boy,
yo, if he lost to Cesaro, that, sir, that. Think about Carmelo Hayes losing to Tozawa.
I mean, Tozawa had a reason, you know.
But still, Tozawa.
I get what you're saying, but you know, if he lost to Tozawa, I would be more understanding of that one because, like, bro, you did cost him his Warrior Rumble moment. So I mean,
if you make me pick between losing to Akira Tozawa and R-Truth, 1,000 times out of 100, I'm gonna lose to R-Truth.
But losing to R-Truth is like, bro, really?
But
the man don't even know who you really is. First of all, he don't know who you really is. First of all, second of all, he just a joke.
Akira Tozawa is worse than a joke.
That's why Cole Johnson can't stand R-Truth right about now. And we know this personally from our group chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
So
we got some comments whenever you're ready, big dog. I don't want to break up what you're doing, but
oh no, you good. I'm just saying, if he would have lost to R-Truth, boy, that jump would have just like, oh yeah, they killing Carmelo, but they didn't do it. Because really, how does this match even start? Carmelo got a haircut, and then R-Truth being R-Truth. Like, really? At least with Tozawa, bro, you cost me my Royal Rumble moment, man. I got to get payback some type of way. There's a reason. There's a reason for it.
There's a reason for the match, but you can't lose to Akira Tozawa, yo. You cannot lose to Akira Tozawa.
Told you. I know Cole Johnson so well. I knew it. You can put that cover up. I knew he was going to go that route. I knew it. That's how much I knew he was going. If I knew somebody was going to agree with me, it was going to be Cole Johnson. I knew it. Come on, man.
Cole said I'd rather lose to Tozawa. I don't want the 2020 version of Step and Fetch It. Listen, man. I hear what you're saying, Cole, but you got to think about this. Like, just think about this for a second. Akira Tozawa is like 5'5", 90 pounds soaking wet. And he ain't won a match since 1999.
I won't go that far, but I get your point.
I'm exaggerating. When he was a ninja lord. You know what I'm saying? This is the dude that you'd rather lose a match to. To me, if you're supposed to be any type of talent that's above scrub talent where they have Akira Tozawa right now, and you lose to him, you should be released that day. When they want you to lose to Akira Tozawa, they should get rid of you after that, because that means they have no respect for you as a wrestler.
See, my co-host is coming from a perspective of what they are. I'm coming from a perspective of who has a reason. R-Truth ain't got no reason to do for nothing.
He has a better reason for the match. But if we're being 100% honest, I really don't want to lose either one of them. I would lose the R-Truth every time over Tozawa. At least R-Truth be doing some John Cena moves. Talking about he looked up at John Cena when he was growing up, even though he probably the same age as John Cena.
I think he older than John Cena.
I'm about to say maybe older. Y'all got to bear with me a little bit tonight, y'all. I'm hot one day, cold one day. Finally got me. My sinuses a little struggle, but we're going to make it. We good.
But yeah, but Carmelo got 2 wins. We going in the right direction. We're going in the right direction.
We are.
That's the more important thing. We're going in the right direction.
He might be not a full, but just a.
Then we had the women's championship match between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. Now, full disclosure, to me, they did the match pretty well. Nia Jax is bigger, more powerful. She displayed it.
Yeah.
At one point, Tiffany was being Tiffany at first, and then after a while, she looked like the champ. Despite what Nia's doing to her, you're going to have to kill me to get this belt off me.
And I like the resilience that she showed. Definitely like that.
So she looked like the champ.
Yeah.
And when the champ was going to win, Candice LeRae decided to get up.
We're not going to let you get a win.
And when Candice LeRae decided to do what she did, my favorite female wrestler of all time stepped in.
It's time to rock and roll.
Stepped in and said, nope, I ain't seen enough of Candice LeRae. I'm sick of you.
Heavy on Stratusfaction.
Of course, when you do have a woman like Nia Jax, she does have to look a certain way, so she did squash both the champ and Trish Stratus,
Literally squashed.
which was kind of, they did the right thing. Don't
They did it
take this
right. Yeah,
as
they did it right.
don't take me as I didn't like it. No, they did the right thing.
Yeah, I thought they handled
that
it
is
the way
a Nia Jax we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Nia Jax is supposed to squish people.
She's not like most girls.
And then the Queen's music hit. And she joked a little bit, trying to tell Tiffy to wake up from her nightmare. And the Queen has made it official. The Queen and Tiffy time at WrestleMania.
All right, so everybody know.
So basically, we're 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2 on the matches that we want. We're 2 for 2.
So basically, I have a question for you, sir. Anybody in the chat? Is it just me, or do Charlotte look like she got a whole new face and less butt than she had when she left?
You ain't the only one that has said that about the face. You ain't the only one.
Because when she came out, I'm like, honestly, if it wasn't for the music and the mannerisms, I really wouldn't have known that was her. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm like, is that a new face? Like, what do we got going on? It's crazy work. I just want to throw that out there.
No, that's been floating around on social media.
It's crazy.
And you do notice she's dressing more formal now, too.
Yeah. Now that she divorced her husband again. Well, they say only 2. What, she needs 2 more divorces and 3 more championships to catch her dad.
Damn. I didn't know you was keeping count.
I know. I saw it. That's why somebody had said it. I'm definitely not keeping count.
I was like, damn, I didn't know you was keeping count.
Yeah,
because I definitely want to keep count.
I got way better things to do to keep count of what Charlotte Flair is doing. Trust me.
But that's still the Queen. So.
I mean, she is the Queen. I'm never taking it away from her.
No, I'm saying that somebody. I'm saying that to somebody in the chat, and they know who I'm talking to, and you know who I'm talking to.
Yeah,
that's still the Queen. That's still the Queen.
She is still the Queen.
We will respect the Queen. So we 2 for 2 on WrestleMania matches that we want to see. We getting Jay and Gunther. We getting Charlotte and Tiffy.
Now, who's gonna be the other women's match? Are they doing a women's? Where they are? So who's gonna be the other?
I'm gonna say, what's the point of having a women's elimination chamber match then?
Who's gonna be the winner though?
That's the question. Who's gonna win? That's the question.
That's what we got.
You got the tag team champions in there. You got Bayley in there. You got Liv Morgan in there. You got Alexa Bliss in there.
I don't think any of those people are gonna win.
But we did have a main event on SmackDown. Triple threat match. Braun Strowman. One big SOB. Is he the Punisher? Is he the Infamy? What's the official nickname that we got to give Damian Priest? We need an official nickname.
I think they've been calling him the Punisher.
The Punisher, Damian Priest, and the Samoan Rib of Jacob Fatu. Now, if you heard what we said last week, you know who we said was supposed to win this match. If you heard us, and if you're paying attention, you would know that your boys, the Monarchs, told you who was going to win this match.
Yes, we did.
We told you Damian Priest was going to win this match. We laid out why he was going to win this match.
He had to.
We know you weren't going to put Braun Strowman in there. We know you weren't going to do Jacob Fatu because Jacob Fatu, you got to slow build this. Jacob Fatu is over. You don't.
They're going to have a match at WrestleMania, I believe. Those 2 guys.
Running back from Saturday Night Main Event?
Yeah. I think that's what we're going to get. Or we're going to get something with Jacob Fatu and like a member of his family. Like Jimmy Uso. which would be bad for Jacob Fatu because
I can see Jimmy and Drew going there to that WrestleMania, especially what happened backstage.
Yeah, after that, it's a possibility too.
Why Drew still trying to clown Jimmy, and Jimmy gave him that super kick and gave him the no yeet.
Yeah.
And the crowd is behind Jimmy.
They are. Big Jim. Excuse me, we can't say Jimmy. They're behind Big Jim.
Man, I can say Jimmy. I can say Big Jim. It don't matter.
I say Big Jim.
I've been rocking with them since they first came into WWE. So
Big Jim.
like they said, down since day one, that was me.
Yeet.
Now, anything you want to talk about before we get to the most important?
There is one thing that I would like to mention.
Okay.
My boys, y'all boys, and if they're not y'all boys, pretend they are. The Street Profits. They cut the promo I've been waiting for. And
Angelo Dawkins is bringing out the dog.
And I loved it.
Angelo ain't smiling. He ain't smiling. He is serious.
Ain't no laughing. Ain't no... All that crap is gone. We about to see the darkness from them boys. And I'm ready for it.
And you know what make it even more crazy? Don't even say we want to smoke the same.
Nope. We want the smoke. It even sounds dark. Love it. They've been nice guys for too long. We need tweener.
No, Dawkins has been a nice guy for too long. Montez Ford been wanting to go this route.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a duo though. It's together. Together, they've been nice too long. They've been bringing the swag like nobody can for too long. We need new music and everything. If New Day can get some new music, these men need some new music. That's all I got for you.
That was a good one to bring up, sir. That's a very good one. Very good one. Yes, we getting a different Street Profits. I'm looking forward to this. Now, do they save them for WrestleMania? That's the question.
They should be tag team champions after Elimination Chamber, but it might be WrestleMania. We'll see how it play out.
I'm asking that question because it is WrestleMania season. You want to be in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a tag team championship match in Las Vegas that they'll be a part of. They should leave as champions. The question is, will they go into the event as champions?
So, all right. And then the most important thing from the week. NXT Vengeance Day. Had a nice card, had a nice lineup. Trying to see what was going to happen. And to open up, I don't know if Shawn Michaels, Triple H's been listening to the show or whatnot, because they opened the gate exactly the way I wanted them to. I think they've been listening. I don't know. I think they've been listening.
It do feel like they have been.
Because I said somebody was coming for a title, and it came out right at the gate with it. Women's North American Championship. Fallon Henley defending it against Stephanie Vaquer. And despite the 3-on-1 advantage, Stephanie Vaquer overcome the odds, and she is now the new Women's North American Champion.
Reigning and defending.
Matter, you want to speak of cakes? She got some cakes too.
Oh, that was about to be said, sir. That was about to be said. But have at it, sir. You know.
I thought about, I'm like, I don't think we really talked about her in the cake department.
Oh, we was about to be like the Steffi cakes too. Yes, sir. Yes.
So I didn't need to get that in there. Now the question is, who will be her future challenger for her first title defense? That's the question.
Well, in the crowd, you had Miss Parker, Kalani Cakes, and Carmen Cakes Petrovich.
Yes.
So another threesome of
By
kingdom.
the way, Stephanie is the first South American born champion in WWE history. So we had history made at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
For some reason we have Ruko trying to have Zarya do some Cali stuff. I think that's the best way I can put it.
Some beach stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
just
not upset.
I am.
I was not.
I mean, I need Zarya to be a monster, a machine.
Ruka.
Okay, but hey,
I'm just saying.
Ruka is
on the beach.
This is pretty much the female version of RK Bro.
True.
This is what this feels like. I need Zarya to be that monster, that machine that she can be, because I don't call her a female Brock. Let's just to say it. Yeah, if they really let her, she can run through the entire women's roster if she really want to, like Brock Lesnar used to do to the men. I don't lost count. I'm pretty sure you lost count way before I did. But Fat Sam still the NXT Tag Team Champions. I don't lost count how many times they defended them titles and kept winning.
Man, these dudes defend that title like 4 times a week, bro. It's crazy.
I don't lost count, but they still tag team champions. But
they are
4 unexpected guys came in like there was the Shield. A pack of wolves on the attack. Now, what is Shawn Michaels doing with these 4 individuals? We don't know. But these are some very big guys to be talking about here, though. These ain't small guys. These guys are pretty big. So we could be seeing a new faction inside NXT.
Supposedly it's supposed to be.
Now the other surprise that my co-host was talking about. Now the surprise of the week that my co-host was talking about from earlier. We had a strap match between Trick Williams and Eddie Thorpe. I know how you feel about Takara Tozawa. You know how we feel about R-Truth. And Cole, if you're still listening, because I see your chat, did anybody see Eddie Thorpe beating Trick Williams?
It makes sense because you can't keep fighting and losing, but it was a shot.
I never heard an arena so quiet. I don't remember an NXT wrestling match being so quiet.
And the thing is, you have to win at some point, right? You just can't keep losing if you're Eddie Thorpe, and then they keep putting you these matches with Trick Williams. You just can't keep losing. So you're gonna keep doing it. He's got to win at some point. So from a lot of perspectives, it makes sense. Still crazy work at the same time.
Very crazy work. Eddie Thorpe beat Trick Williams in a strap match. No, but that was he cheated to win or something like that. Okay, he won. Surprisingly, he won. But hey, you gotta eat by any means necessary. This was a strap match. He won a strap match. Like you would thought this was a match that Trick Williams would actually whoop that Trick.
Get him.
Trick, you gotta pick yourself up, man. You gotta pick yourself up. You took this one on the chin. Question of the night. And quite frankly, ain't none of us got the answer for this. But this is the question going forward. Ricky Starks made his debut on the regular show Tuesday. He did a cameo on Vengeance Day. Here's my question though. What they gonna call him? Because they not say his name not once. Not on Tuesday and not on Saturday. They not say his name once.
I mean, the promo stuff, they say Ricky Starks. When you watch the show, they say Ricky Starks in the stuff. But I don't know.
They have not announced that man as Ricky Starks. The fans chanted his name when he showed up. The fans chanted his name when he showed up at NXT.
Yeah, the announcers say, "Oh, Ricky Starks," but they haven't nothing officials come out to say his name on it. So yeah, that's a good point. I also want to say, how was Trick and Eddie Thornton not the main event over Ethan Page and Javon Evans?
That was not the main event. Neither one was the main event, sir. Yep. Matter of fact, that's the next match I'm going to. All Ego, Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. The young OG. He showed us some fire. He showed us that he's just not a guy that can jump everywhere. He got some fire in him too. But when you fighting a guy who broke your jaw, I mean, one hit to your jaw, and that was all she wrote for Javon Evans, though. But the young OG, he showed he has some dog in him.
He does. I like him. I think he's a future star. He got a few more years to get right.
It was nice to see that he's not all about jumping off stuff. Yeah. When it's time to get down and dirty, he can get down and dirty. Then we had the NXT Championship.
That should have been. Yeah, we should have had. I think the Trick Eddie Thornton match should have been like the third main event match.
Right. Well,
but that's my opinion.
Oba Femi defending against A-Town Down Under.
That would have been that spot.
Grayson Waller and Austin Theory.
We know who won this.
Oba Femi survived. The ruler. Still the rules in this team. Now, how does A-Town Down Under feel after that match? Because Grayson Waller did cost Austin Theory that championship, and quite honestly. Austin Theory did hit A-Town down on Oba Femi. Grayson Waller put the referee out the ring. That's my main point. Now we can talk about the rolling stunner that he did, but Oba Femi knew that was coming, so he just moved out the way. But it's more of the fact that, I mean, Austin Theory hit his finisher. Grayson Waller put the ref out the ring. That would be my main.
Yeah, I mean, it was a foregone conclusion. Oba Femi was gonna win. Like I've seen this match. Oba.
But we trying to create a divide here.
They've been doing that forever, and they never capitalize on it. I don't even care no more.
Fair enough.
They've been doing this for 2 years, and they still together.
Fair enough. Oh, and by the way, remember the 4 men that I told you about earlier?
The bootleg.
They weren't done. They took out the champ after the match.
That should have been their introduction, though, in my opinion. That should have been the first time that we've seen them. You know what I'm saying? That would have had more of an impact, I feel like. If the first time we seen them was there together, that would have had more of an impact.
Oh. Santino Marella.
Lots of cake. Oh, true.
But Santino Marella showed up on NXT Vengeance Day, having a nice check with Ava.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of awkward chat, but nevertheless, Santino's still being Santino.
Yeah, Santino's an awkward person. So
See, I was like, Santino's still being Santino, but it's nice to see Santino in NXT.
maybe he'll
And
take
then
over.
we get,
Maybe go to the main roster.
and then we get to the main event, NXT Women's Championship. Julia defending against Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, and Bayley herself.
We know Bailey didn't win.
A lot of twists and turns, friendships and rivals, frenemies, all across the board in this match. Everybody took on everybody. Yes, that includes Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. They went ahead against each other as well.
Back towards.
Everybody looked good. But Julia still remains on top of the NXT Women's Division. And during her post-match celebration, the new North American Women's Champion, Stephanie, came out. I saw what you did, Stephanie. You looked at your title. You looked at that NXT Women's title. I saw you. You took a good look at it.
Mm-hmm.
We know what's going on here.
Why wouldn't you want that one?
But, co-host, somebody music hit when NXT was trying to go off air. The Juggernaut, Jordan Grace, made her official appearance
Jordan Grace
at NXT Vengeance Day.
Took all the shine from Ricky Starks. Or whatever his name is going to be.
She had a shirt that says, "We are NXT." And you close out Vengeance Day with Julia, Stephanie, and Jordan in the ring.
Doing something with that.
And then you can hear Vic Joseph say NXT has the best women's division.
I ain't gonna argue. Very kicked up and caked up too. Top to bottom.
So NXT got their shine on. Now, as we get ready for Raw, as Raw comes on the air, we have one more spot in the women's elimination chamber match. Speaking of the aforementioned Roxanne Perez, she has a chance to qualify, and she goes up against Raquel Rodriguez. I don't know how I feel about this match. Because at one point, you put Raquel in the elimination chamber match, that gives Liv Morgan back up. But if you put Roxanne in the elimination chamber, then her and Betty can continue their rivalry. So I don't know how I feel about this match.
It's definitely a toss up. I would say for sure.
And by the way, this will actually be Roxanne's debut on the main roster. She's been in the crowd all the other ones.
Yep.
So this is officially her debut tonight. What a way to get your first match on the main roster. You get to go to Elimination Chamber. So I don't know how I feel about that one. However, I do know how I feel about the final men's elimination qualifying match. Finn Balor going against Seth Rollins. I'm pretty sure you can guess who I'm going with. Exactly. Now, if Triple H want to do a swerve, and I do mean that, he can throw Finn in there.
That would be a bigger swerve than Swerve Strickland.
Either way, guess what? You're gonna have 5 former world champions in the match in Logan Paul. 5 world champions and Logan Paul. That's what your men's elimination chamber match is going to be, regardless who win between Seth Rollins or Finn Balor. That look like that hurt you. Just saying it hurt you.
That does.
Like, why you? Like, you didn't even think about it like that, did you? I think that's probably because you didn't even think about it like that.
I was hoping you weren't gonna say it, but I knew you would.
Just saying.
No, I thought about it already. I knew you was gonna bring it up. It's like a dirty indigestion when you say it.
Blame Triple H for this.
Oh, I do, sir. Because you got to put Logan Paul in there. Because he got too many fans. He's like he's like the Taylor Swift of WWE.
Oh God. You did not say Taylor Swift of WWE.
I did.
I think that's even a bit disrespect to Taylor Swift.
Is it?
Yes, I'm saying that's disrespect to Taylor Swift.
But is
the one thing Taylor Swift does, she just shows up. She don't ask for the attention. She doesn't beg for this. She just shows up. When Logan Paul shows, he gonna let you know about it.
I wouldn't say she doesn't ask for attention. Maybe she doesn't beg for it, but she definitely asks for it. But I'm mainly looking at it from the standpoint of there's two people who really are kind of like known outside of actual that genre, football, wrestling, but they bring so many fans to the thing. You got to put them in a high profile spot. Logan Paul on the card, Taylor Swift, TV every 5 minutes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Dakota Kai would be battling Ivy Nile, and the winner would be the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship.
Coco Kai.
I want to. But something about Ivy Nile says she's gonna win. Something that's I don't know.
I'm definitely going with Ivy now.
I want to say Dakota Kai, but something that says I don't know what it is.
I want to say that Coco Kai. Something about Dakota Kai, man. I'm a connoisseur of cakes, but something about Dakota Kai. That woman is just beautiful.
But for some reason, I just feel like Ivy now can probably gonna win this match somehow, some way. Oh, and then Penta is going against Pete Dunne.
Nobody's Butch. You saw that shirt, yo? You saw that shirt?
No, I did not see that shirt.
There's a Pete Dunne shirt he has now that says Nobody's Butch.
Oh my gosh.
You know how Jimmy had the one that said Nobody's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trick No Willie. Yeah. He's got one that says Nobody's Butch.
Oh my gosh. Get us out of here.
Can we go over a few comments right quick and then get out of here? How about that?
I mean, you're already 5 minutes old, but oh well.
Hey, man, let's give it to the people. So Damien says segment was stupid on Gunther's part. Like, how you gonna tell Jay don't pick you, and then the next week you attack Jay, forcing him to choose you? That's some of the realest you ever said. And bring back Carlito's theme song, darn it.
First, you got to get him out of Judgment Day.
You got to get him out of Judgment Day. But Damien, I'm gonna do you a quick favor here because you are a loyal listener. I'm gonna do you a quick favor here, my guy. If I can find it right quick, I'm gonna do you the favor of favors. It's not where it was. I'm trying to do Damien. There we go. Here's a little preview of what Damien's talking about.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
I was gonna say you definitely use it on Wednesday.
Yeah, I had it. Just the stuff being froze on me sometimes when we live. It's like it want to mess with me. Like, oh yeah, we ain't gonna work for you today. because that would just be right, and we're not gonna do that for you. Cole says, I agree. Morgan and Rodriguez will once again become WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
That's basically what they set it up.
Yeah. Even though Naomi can play a heel, and I believe it's setting itself up to be her, it would be better if it's Bianca or even the both of them to turn heel. I hear you, but them t-shirt sales for them little girls, it's going to trip all the storylines. Yep. Cole says, what is up stuck in my mind podcast? The Big Brother Wise is in the building. Let me find his comment. It was up here, but it's a lot going on, so we got to slide through a couple of them. Wise El Jefe says, good evening, my brothers. Good evening, Wise. We ain't gonna leave you out. Mike Lyons in the building. Mike says Fatu is getting a big push. Fatu could take out them all. Beware, Roman. I believe that. Cole says, I love the misdirection WWE used with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Mike also says it's heel time, right, Bianca? I mean, it would be more exciting for that to happen. I just don't think they're gonna do it. Like my co-host, them sales, man. They use that cream philosophy over there now. Cash rules everything around me. Mike Lyons says absolutely.
I think that was him agreeing when we was talking about the whole little girls rocking the
Yes.
braid.
Yeah, that feels like that's what it was. If it wasn't, that's what we're gonna say it was. Cole says my brother Wise is in the building. Absolutely. Yolanda says time to play the game. I want to make sure you use that one. Triple H, time to play the game, boys. Yeah. You know, my throat gonna be hurting in like 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Cole says the non-wrestling ass Shinsuke. Sigh.
That's what I'm talking about. That's so wrong. That's just so wrong. So cold.
This is what's cold right here. He says Shinsuke should be booked with someone in a statue match for the WWE United States Championship. The first person to move a muscle loses the match. Put Shinsuke in a match. All right. Cole does agree with me later on. He says, I do feel you. Tozawa is a joke and a half. Typically says, I feel you. Homie, Tozawa's a joke and a half.
No, he said he feel you, but he's still picking R-Truth.
No, I know. But it's still a joke and a half. Damien says, losing to Tozawa is like losing to Eugene. Oh, man.
Ouch.
Cole with the fat check for us. Cena will be 48 in April, and R-Truth will be 53 next month.
Ha! Score one for the playmaker.
Ha! Cole says, did Charlotte do one of those Ric Flair flops to screw up her face like that? Dude, I don't know what she did to her face, but yo, she looked up. She was a lot prettier before. I liked her regular face. Like, I don't know who this is. She sounds like Charlotte, but she don't look like her. I guess when she leave a man, she's become a whole new person. Yolanda says, I totally agree. Pants too big. I saw this one before, but I was trying to find it. Damien says Charlotte looked like the Kardashians on ecstasy.
If you see, this is what I'll be talking about.
Thank you again, Cole. It's only one more divorce and 2 more title reigns. Thank you, Cole. I'm sure you probably saw the same meme I did. I might have sent it to you with about 10 laughing emojis.
Not 10 laughing emojis. Jeez.
Cole says Damian Priest or the Puerto Rican, you know.
Bro, I would kid you not. When he did that video, I was like, yeah, that is a different dude, right? That dude, he one of them.
Yeah, he from the hood.
that man said
he need the street champ name instead of Solo. He the one need the street champ name.
That man said when that bell rings, I don't know your ass. I was like, oh, bro.
Yolanda said they about to do the Roman bloodline turn with Solo and Fatu. Yeah, Solo about to be Fatu's number 2. Fatu about to take over like he should.
Or Solo about to be the one that get his behind whooped.
Well, maybe that too. Fatu's going to bring in his brother. He might. Or he might finally bring in Hikuleo, who be just sitting around doing that.
Bruh, they teasing Zilla. I'm telling you.
Yeah, if they bring in Zilla, bro.
Bruh, Zilla it be at all the shows.
I know, but if they bring in Zilla with
they bringing in Zilla
with Jacob,
they bringing in Zilla. They just
if Zilla go with Jacob Fatu, I want it. Yo, they got to buy the rights to the Tupac. I want to hit him up. I want the song needs to come out too on the Independence. Y'all got to. If you're gonna do it big. Notorious B.I.G. big. Cole says WWE better not cluck up the Street Profits. If they do, we riot.
This is the first time that Cole Johnson said something about Street Profits, and it's not them breaking up. Mm-hmm. Put that on record.
So Cole says, I have no faith in Dawkins and Ford getting a fair shake as a tag team anymore. They seem to like DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns too much. But see, this is where ruthless aggression Street Profits. Not, we want the smoke. We bring the smell like nobody can. Instead of those Street Profits, we want the smoke Street Profits can get over. So Yolanda says, darn, she didn't know that happened. She didn't get a chance to watch Vengeance, and that sucks though.
Hey. Like I said, we didn't see it happening either, but hey, it happened.
Rat something. That something is Dakota Kai is as fragile as Anthony Davis. Or as fragile as Nakobe Dean. They are in the same realm. So we did have more comments. We appreciate all the comments, but
yeah, I'm ready to put the Eagles in there. The background wasn't enough, and the hat wasn't enough. He has had to find a way to put the Eagles in there.
It just happened. It just happened. I was taking a shot though.
You were definitely taking a shot.
Taking a shot. At least I was taking a shot.
But you weren't taking a shot at Dakota Kai. That's all I'm saying.
No, I was taking a shot at Dakota Kai. I don't take shots at Dakota Kai. I told y'all, I'm like cake to the cake out, but it's something about Dakota Kai. It might be the accent, but it's something about Dakota Kai. I can't explain it. But we are at the 15-minute mark past. We appreciate everyone that's watched, everyone that watched replays, everybody that checks out the show. But we about to get out here, but y'all go enjoy Raw. And we're going to do it again next week, in early week, unless something wild happens. And with that said, 4 friends, people you think your friends, 4 people who may or may not be your friends, tell them all, come check out your boys. They may not like you, but it doesn't mean that they will not like us. They will. Oh, and also, it's never where you start. It's always where you finish. And with that being said, we're going to be out for the week. We'll be back next week. Same bat station. Hopefully on time.